Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Chow with Lau, and today we are doing king prawns and tomatoes. Right guys, today we are doing a dish that is very special to me, king prawns and tomatoes. It's very special to me because it's the first dish I can remember that my grandfather used to cook for us when I was little. And we used to have it for special occasions, birthdays, Christmases, that sort of thing. And I used to sit next to him at the head of the table and enjoy this. So it's a very special dish, and I really hope that you guys enjoy it too. It means a lot to me. So without further ado, let's get down to it. Right guys, I thought we'd take this recipe outside today because it's such a lovely day, and to cook al fresco means that I don't have to clean the kitchen so much. So this is a win-win situation. So for this recipe, you are going to need 300 grams of king prawns. This is enough for 2 people, or if you have my appetite, just for me. But yeah, that should do for 2 people. When you're getting king prawns, get the bigger the better. But don't get cooked ones, get raw ones, okay? Because if you have cooked prawns in a dish like this, they're just going to be very rubbery, not very nice at all. So get fresh or frozen raw prawns. You're also going to need 2 tomatoes, some light soy sauce, some sesame oil, some tomato ketchup, a tablespoon of sugar, an onion. We're going to use half an onion today. A couple of cloves of garlic, salt and pepper, some corn flour and water to thicken up, and about 100 ml of water. You can use stock if you like, but water's fine by me, and just a splash of cooking oil. Okay, so without further ado, get your woks ready. Right guys, so the next stage is to prepare our vegetables. So we've got half an onion roughly chopped, and then underneath there, you'll have to take my word for it, are 2 cloves of garlic finely chopped. Okay, and so we've got 2 tomatoes. This dish is to serve 2 people. You can scale the recipe up or down depending on how many people you are serving. So I've already chopped 1 tomato, so we're going to do the other one. And the thing is to cut them into kind of chunks that size. We don't want them any finer than that, because if you do, they'll just melt away in the sauce. Equally, try to make sure that your tomatoes are not overripe, otherwise the sauce, they just get sort of melted into the sauce. We actually want to bite into chunks of tomato here. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. Okay, so that's right for about 2 people. And so now we are ready to cook. Let's go for it. Right guys, so you're going to need about a tablespoon of cooking oil in your pan. Put that down there, give it a bit of a swirl. And the first thing we're going to put in is the onions and the garlic. Okay. And we're going to cook that off, get the aromatics going, so it's there ready to infuse in the rest of the dish. Now at this stage, if you were using beef, pork or chicken, you would add that now. But because the king prawns take only literally seconds to cook, we put them in near the end. Otherwise they're going to go rubbery, overcooked, chewy, not nice. So the next thing we're going to add actually are the tomatoes. And the idea of this is to give a little bit of a chance for them to caramelise a little bit. We're on a high heat. So look, you can just see it's just starting to cook through now. That's exactly what we want. The smell is gorgeous. Onions, tomato and garlic. It just really works. Okay. So next thing I'm going to add is our tomato ketchup. 4 tablespoons. And give that a stir. And ketchup is one of those ingredients, it seems over simple, but the flavors that are held within it just make a dish like this extra special. You could do it without ketchup, but it wouldn't be the same. Okay, so the tomatoes are getting ready. Look at the colour. Look at the colour. That's the other advantage of ketchup. It really adds a nice, vibrant red to it, which is beautiful. Okay, that's all sizzling away nicely. I'm going to add our water, about 100 ml of water. Maybe not quite. What have I used? About 50 ml? Yeah, 50 ml. Fine. We've got to judge that. What we don't want is to make soup. Okay, we're trying to create the right balance of sauce to ingredients. And if we put too much water in, it's just going to be too waterlogged. It's going to be too soupy, and we don't want that. Okay, going to add a little splash, around a teaspoon of sesame oil. And the same again, a little splash of light soy sauce. Okay, and you can see that sauce is it's just coming together, and the tomatoes are starting to cook where they're starting to soften, which is what we want. Okay, so we're nearly there. I'm going to stick a tablespoon of sugar in right now. Get that into the sauce. And now the king prawns. Pile them all in. And literally, this will cook in seconds. Okay. Having said that, make sure they are cooked. There's nothing worse than a raw prawn. Yucky. You'll see the prawns kind of turn from a translucent white and grey into a more solid white with sort of orange veins, if you like. I still hear from people who really just don't like seafood, and I don't get it. King prawns are one of the best, finest foods on earth. They're beautiful. Okay, we're going to add a little sprinkle of salt and pepper. Okay, and we're nearly done. And the final finishing touch is about, what, half a tablespoon of corn flour there with some water. It's an approximate mixture, and what you want to do is not just tip it all in, just add it bit by bit until the sauce gets to the right consistency. And by the right consistency, I mean what you want it to be. Okay, what I'm trying to do is have the sauce coat around the king prawns and thicken up, but not to the point where it's just gloop. It's still got to be a sauce, but we don't want it literally swimming in lots of tomato soup either. Somewhere as a happy medium, that's where we need to be. Okay, I think we're there. And there you go, guys. King prawn and tomato. Get your taste buds ready. Right, guys, my favorite part of the show, tasting. Try one of these king prawns first. They are so juicy. And the sauce is just nice, not too sweet. I know we put a tablespoon of sugar in, but actually not too sweet. And the tomato flavour's coming through nicely. And the tomatoes have got some nice bite to them. And the flavour has been enhanced by the ketchup rather than being swamped by it. You're still getting the lovely, genuine, fresh tomato taste, as well as the sweetness from the ketchup. And the beauty of the ketchup is they've got some really nice ingredients in there actually that brings out the subtlety of a dish like this. If I just used tomato and tomato juice or tinned tomatoes or whatever, it would not taste like this. And that's why we always use tomato ketchup. It's not just lazy, it actually really works. So if you haven't tried it before, if you think it's just a little bit weird to do that, try it. Try it before you diss it, because it really, really is good. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna finish this. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, comment and share. Every bit you can do for this channel would be fantastic, so your help is really appreciated. But I am gonna finish this now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye-bye.